Hello, good evening, good morning, namaste. I'm not sure who is here with me, but whoever is here with me, I welcome you, and we are going to complete our this dot painting, the peacock style. The theme is the peacock, all the colors of the peacock feather we have chosen in this one, and we already planned our outline in our last session. We did all the markings and everything, and here is my palette. My palette comprises of the light blue color, this dark blue, the peacockish blue, bright green, aqua green, golden, and this wine shade, the purplish. And here you go. So now we have already done till this level in our last session. Now I'm starting with this light blue shade. I hope you guys can see it here. Light blue shade, and with this light blue shade I'm going to go over in between of these dots. 2, 3. I'm using this number 3 tool right now. You can choose a little bigger or smaller based on your pattern or the spacing. There is no hard and fast rule for that, and after every time we need to clean our tool. I just cleaned it. I'm putting it back. Now I'm using little bigger number, the number 5. Rather, I'm using this number 6 now for this dark blue color, the peacockish blue. Dip it well, and right now I'm going in between these light blue dot. And don't worry, we are going to go over one more time with the double dots on them. So if the color is a little darker, that's absolutely okay. It's always good to rotate your board so that you get a perfect view and you get a beautiful dots. And if you feel your dot is not big enough, you can go for one more time over it. That's it, with the same color. And I just cleaned it, wiped it. As you can see, it's good for now. And now we are going to do double dots on these dots. So for the double dots, oh no, I'm sorry, not the double dots, the walking dots I mean. So the first walking dot we are going to do is with the number 3 with the golden color. Number 3 nail art tool I mean. We are going to start from the top, like this, the top, and this. Sitting ready. Here. Oops. And if you mess up somewhere a little bit, just try to wipe it with the Q-tip. And here you go. I know most of you are going to watch it later and then make it. So whenever you guys watch at your own leisure time, don't forget to submit your work in Art Corner. Ajay, can you switch on this light? It's getting a little darker for me. Thank you. It's much better now. So I'm done with this one row of dot with this golden color. Now I'm cleaning it. I use the tool number, it seems like my golden is very liquidy, so that's why the dots are a little merging up, but it's okay. Now we should not disturb it. Now I'm using the number 4 dot for 4 number tool, and I'm using this blue color, the light blue one, and with this light blue I'm again starting from the second layer of the walking dots, and we'll stop where this light blue small dots are coming, right, like till here. Oops. Sometimes you just touch very tiny, very small, so then you get a very tiny dot. So always touch it, get the center top, then again touch the color, then start from the center dot and go all the way to the base wherever you are going, then start from the center dot again when you start to the other side. So we are done with this 2 rows, and now I was using the number 4 nail art tool. Now I'm going to use the number 5 nail art tool. Before I use the number 5 nail art tool, I want to make the top dot with this you know, that tool, this transfer punch tool set, the smallest one, or you can use the number 6 for the top dot. Both will work. And why are you coming? Okay, so I'm using this bright green for this top dot now. You can use number 6 tool also, number 6 of the nail art tool, or maybe you can use this tool. Both will work fine. Seems like this color is very watery right now. I'll try to keep my dots a little far. And I'm using this number 5 tool. Let's see how it goes. Why it is so watery. I'm just mixing it, and I have to clean my tool now because it's all dirty. And now I can use this number 5 tool to make the dots. This color is getting little okay. And we just stop where we don't see that the space is left, so we just stop at that point. But the colors are looking pretty, right? The peacock shade. I tried to keep it a little brighter than the old one, my reference picture. So I try to keep my palette a little brighter than that. If you want, you can keep it more dark. It's your choice. Okay, cool. And now we are done with this much. With this light wine, I'm just doing double dot on this second layer of the small dots here, just to make it a little bit more brighter, and we'll use a little more light pink in this third big layer. Okay, and we'll do more double dots as it dries. These big dots will dry. Now it's the time to work in the center of these parts. So for that we are going to use our this smallest number 1 tool. So for this number 1 tool we are going to use our this purple, the wine I mean, and we're going to make dot in between of these beautiful green color petals or the feathers, whatever you want to call. You can rotate the, if you want, you keep rotating your canvas, or you can just lean on and then you can see exactly from the top. It's absolutely your choice, however you want to do. Okay, I wiped it, and now we are going to make one big dot over our these small dots with the same blue color, the dark blue color, over the same wine or the purple color dot which we just made. Here you go. And after that we are going to make one more small dot on the top of it with the same blue color but with a smaller dot. You go. And now we will use this number 1 dot again with the light blue, and we will make 2 dots at each side, and we are kind of done with this pattern here. cleaning your tool after you are done with the layer. And now we'll work on the top of these green dots, and we are going to make very big dots. So I'm going to take this number 8 tools for that, and we really need the wine color for this. So dip it very well from the bottom, and from the top of it we are going to make one big dot. And because it's a big dot, so we may need to set the color well. Like you see this little tail, so what you can do, you can just pop this color top like this, or maybe set the color in the center before it dries. If you see any bubble, you can just pop the bubble. It would be easier when it dries, so you can do the double dot easily. Seems like my color is a little thick, that's why I'm getting this kind of consistency. Let me go ahead and complete rest of it, and then I will see if I need anything. Awesome. So these are all the big dots which we need, and I'm cleaning the tool now from the bottom, from the sides, and I'm keeping this back. Let's keep all the tools at their own place. Now I'm taking this small one, the one we used for this blue, and we are going to make 2 dots on the top instead of 1 dot with the same color. One and 2. This design looks very pretty. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. I think I made it 2, 3, 4 years ago, this pattern. 1, 2. Try to stay on the circle line, that's why we drew that circles for the marking. 1 and 2. Again cleaning. After every layer of the dots, this cleaning of the paint from the bottom of these tools is required, right? Okay guys, after that we are going to use the number 6 tool of the nail art tool, and I don't see my 6 number tool. Let me just grab it. Here is number 6 tool, and we are going to make the walking dots with these same color here. Seems like here it's smaller, here it's big. Okay, so we are done with this, and now we are going to make a different color dot on the top. Let's use the same like the way we made the two dots. We are going to make the top dot on this, and that will give us a beautiful complete look of these peacock. Oops. Okay. Now we are going to use let's first work on the center of these where we made our these inside set of the dots. So these inside set of the dots, we are going to make now one big dot of that. I'm talking about like this one. So we are going to work in this pattern now, then we're going to work in these big one, and then the top last one. So for these ones, we are going to start from this light blue first with the little big dot size. Like, let's take this number 5 for that, and we are going to make this here on the absolute top of these blue dots. Seems like colors are getting a little thicker. Okay, awesome. Now in these we are going to do the walking dots with the dark blue first. So for the walking dots, we are starting with the number 3 dotting tool first for the walking dots with the dark blue on these. And we are going to first complete the same thing all the way. That's why they are mandalas, because they are growing into the circular manner, right? So we are going to draw exactly the same thing. So this is basically our 6-pointed mandala. So we have made 7-pointed, 9-pointed, 12. So it depends. So this one is the 6-pointed, and everyone has its the unique charm and the unique quality to work with. So we are done with the one layer of these blue. I'm doing pretty quick, guys. And after this blue, we are going to do one layer of the golden, and working with golden is a little tough. It's like kind of messy. This time I'll take care of. Okay, now I'm increasing the number to number 4. This was number 3. Now I'm increasing one number higher. Number 4. Let's see if still it is so sticky and so stubborn. Okay. Oops. Okay. Keep making these dots, and right now we are making the walking dots. Keep walking with these same color, and your dots keeps getting smaller. while you walk with the same color in your tool. And working with this golden is a little trickier because the color is little, you know, that slimish kind of. It has that long tail sleeves, so we have to pick it up all the way until it gets a good shape. We can also trick with that kind of color. Oops, it's getting away from the focus. Okay, awesome. And after this we are going to make the green, this bright green color. And for the bright green, I'm going to choose the number 5 now, like one size bigger than this. This is number 5, this was number 4. And then with the 5, we are going to do with the yeah, it's coming along nice, right? I actually want to keep this green top a little bigger. So if you want to keep it bigger, you can just make few more, like, and then you can go further. Let me clean it. Sometimes it don't grab the colors properly. This green is also very watery, it seems like. Awesome. So I'm making this video only for the patrons. So whoever is watching right now, I don't know if there is someone here with me or not, but whenever you guys watch it, and if you end up making this pattern, making this mandala, don't forget to share it with me and submit your work at the art corner. Just making this top, the center one, a little wider. So basically this is our peacock theme palette colors which we have chosen in this. You can decide your colors, any bright green, yellow green color will work. Peacockish dark blue, light blue. And don't worry for the base color. Hey Ananya, so nice to see you here. And now for the top, first we'll make one dot with this purple on the top here, 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 and we will make 2 more purple dots. With the smaller tool, this and this near it. These are just the top part. Okay, and now we are going to use our number 6 tool again for making the walking dots of these. Now we'll use the golden for the walking dots for the rest of the line. Just the top with the purple and then rest of the line with the golden color. Oops. So we can clean it. That's the problem with the golden, that it's leaving its little tail, you know, little slimish texture. Sometimes it takes too much color, sometimes. Let me just mix it with little bit like back of any brush so that now it's much better, because the top layer is kind of like little thick because of it's getting air and it's getting that thin layer of the dry color, and the bottom was a little different. So that's the problem, you know guys. If you keep your colors a lot of time like open, then the top layer gets a little bit more dry layer thing. So you keep mixing, and if it's getting very thick, you can just spray a little bit of water, and then you can. I'm curious to know, what do you do with 2 copies of the same artwork? I gift them, like Bella. I gift a lot, but that's a nice question. Yes, that's true. What do you do with 2 of the same kind of artwork? But that's what happens when you teach. The same thing you keep on making sometimes, right? Until you move on. And now we are going to work on these ones, these big ones. So we are going to take the biggest size, the number 9 tool I'm using here for this top one, and I'm going to use the darkest blue for that. I'm taking all the way to the bottom here. and it seems like, yeah, it's coming along well. I got color in my hand this time, and the tool also. Okay guys, so now we are going to do walking dot on these ones, on the big one. So for the first walking dot, we are going to do it with the golden. So we are going to make these golden dots on the top, and be careful, like you see this little tail is coming out, and as you know, that is the problem with the golden. Did I stick some color on my face? I don't know. Did I put? And this whole artwork looks much prettier when we erase these white lines, because these white lines kind of like take away the beauty, because when you see them without these guidelines, it looks very, very pretty and very clean. Now after that, we are going to use our this number 5 tool for making these golden dots. Awesome. You know, like Bella, any artist, like if you are just making art, so you end up getting lots of artwork, lots of paintings, and how many can you display on your own home and wall? So you have to use something else. This peacock pattern is all about walking dots. And in our next pattern, guys, we need 12 inch by 12 inch canvas. I'm going to update in the upcoming project as well as in the material list for the next week project. I'll try to update it today only so that you guys get time. Here you go. And now we are going to do the same thing with the light blue color over it, but first we need to clean the tool. And now we need this blue here, the big one, for the top of this, and we are going to use the light blue. Just oops, I was putting it the wrong place. I saved myself. It's better if you rotate. It's always better if you rotate, because this all colors are wet, so better not to go over the board and just keep your hand away at the side like this. And then I'm keeping it here, then I'm using the different tool and I'm making 2 dots on the sides, and after that I'll start making the walking dots. So these kind of like base on the top gives very extra beauty to your walking dot layers, and provide consistency also in the size in the beginning. Now I'm using again this number 5-1 with this light blue. It is also getting like a little thicker from the top. Beautiful. And again I'm rotating it. Sometimes your dots are not that big, sometimes they are little different size. Don't worry, let it be, okay? Because you can't control that much, but just keep working in a flow and the end result will be good if you like just keep working in a flow. Maybe some dots are not of the same size, then it's okay. Okay, we are left with, how much is the time? Oh, we are left with 15 minutes. I would like to actually finish this one so that we can start the next one, the next session. Let's see how much we can finish it. We can't finish it because a lot of double dots is required in this specific design. It's okay. So like this, and then after that we are going to do one line with the purple. Okay, we are done with the light blue, and after the light blue we'll go with the purple color. For the purple color, first we'll make little thick dot on the top. And we are just left with one more layer after it. This is the second last layer in this particular piece. This one. And after this we are going to do the same thing, like the little smaller dot here with the same purple color. It's a beautiful wine color. I made it a little bit brighter than my old one, my reference one. I wanted to give it a little bit more spark in this one, so I chose that way. Let's just throw this one, and let's use the another paper for the wiping off. And after this we are going to do the walking dot the same way. Beautiful. And a lot of double dot is required in this specific piece, and after the double dot, like, it enhances the beauty a lot. It's okay if you don't have a space, you can just stop there. Okay, there is one more. Okay, awesome. And after this, number 6, I kept it, and now we are just left with the one more line in all these, and that will do with the dark green. So for the dark green, we are going to use the little bigger size than this. So we use number 2 dot here, number 2 for here. Now we are using the number 3 for this final dot here on the top. Now this green is not helping very much. Like, you see the color is not coming very beautifully, but it's, so that's why it's taking like kind of double fixing kind of thing. Okay, this will be our last layer in the six petals, and after this we are going to use this number 1 tool for these both sides with the same green color. Here. Maybe we go one more time over these colors. As you can see, this green is taking little extra effort, like kind of it needs 2 layers, then it works very good. So 2 dipping is required for it. Sometimes some colors needs more attention than others. What's happening here? My watch is saying time to stand up. Okay, now we are done with this layer. Now this is number 1, and we are going to make one more dot with the tool. This is a little smaller size than this. Then it would be easier, you know, to do the walking dots if you do, because this is a little big area. Otherwise, like when you walk, you won't left with the color when you reach to the bottom. So this is always a nice way to fill the top with the flat tools, and then when you feel like now you have the enough space that your walking dot will work well, then you can start with those tools. I hope you get it what I'm trying to say here. And now I'm going to use my number 6 tool, and I'm going to do the walking dots with the dark green. This, not dark green, I'm sorry, the bright green, the bright green or the yellow green or the whatever color is written on your this thing. So on my paint it is called bright green, apple barrel gloss acrylic paint. Somewhere they call it yellow green because it's a beautiful tertiary color, right? I'm just trying to go all the way to the bottom. Somewhere we have a little crowded place, but I'm just trying to manage to go all the way to the bottom. That will create one layer of the complete of this peacock feather kind of, which we are trying to make with the dots. Don't be hurry. This is really important. All colors are wet, and if you mess up, then it's very hard to like fix it. So better to work slow. Okay, now we are kind of done till this level, and it's looking very pretty, isn't it? We are still left with one more layer of, it is 154. I can just make the big dots at least here on the top of it. I'm sorry, with the purple color. So that big dot we are going to make, I'm going to use this number 7. Maybe I can use a little smaller, number 6 would be fine. And then the pink, the wine color, purplish, I'm going to go over, yeah, perfect size. So did you guys check that from the September onwards I increased the time, and like, so now instead of the 2 sessions, now there will be 1 session, and I increase the time. I will try to complete the 1 pattern in 1 session. That is my planning is. Let's see how it goes. So if you haven't seen the September calendar, please check the September calendar. So you will know like what's the plan in the September. Now with the number 2, number 3, with the number 3 we are going to make, number 3 is too big. Now with number 2, yes, with this number 2 now, and we are going to make 2 dots on the top here, 1 and 2. Remember we made 2 dots on the bottom, 1 and 2, and still they are looking a little big, but it's okay. 1 and 2, 1 and 2 on the top, and 1 and 2 on the top, and on the very top of them we are going to use the number 1. This was number 2, now number 1 with the same color. 1 1 1. Keep rotating, Nidhi. 1, 1 and 1. And now just 2 walking dots, that's it, with the same purple color. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So these are our walking dots, and now with the same color we are going to make the walking dots here, walking dots here, this way, walking dots here, now we are left with very less walking dots, just the one layer of walking dot with the very light pink. That will do our next session, and next session we will do our all the double dots of this. And before we start this, we will discuss about our next project. So now whoever is working along with me, or maybe you can see this later and work it, you can finish till this level and then you can erase all the guideline marks because we don't need them for our all double dot marks. So now we are just left with all the double dots or the triple dots at some places. So there are some places where we did the triple dots, so we can go ahead and we can do that. So we are kind of done with the double dots. We are just left with one light pink color. Let me quickly find the light pink color. Here's the light pink color, and I'm taking it in my separate this thing. So this is the pink blush which I'm taking, and with this pink blush I'm going to make the one more round of these, you know, from here, walking dots. This is the last layer of walking dots, guys. I'm very happy. I did it pretty quick today. And now we are just left with the double dots and the triple dots that we'll do in our next session. So in next session, I will try to complete this one as well as our next project too. So I will try to complete one whole project in one class. Let's see how it goes. That's what the plan is. And that's it. We are done with our all these walking dots, and as we have our this light pink out, and we have, it's 2 o'clock kind of, I'm just using the number 3 tool of my walking dot, of my dotting tool, and you know these, the center one here, I'm just giving this little, and these are called the peacock double dot because the dot is not on the center of the flower, rather dot is on the inside of the dot. As you can see, like they are not on this center of this whole dot, they are kind of going inside. Okay, so that we will take care of. And in this center one, I would like to give this blue color. Here you go. Okay guys, time to say goodbye. You guys can see it, paint it, dot it, and Once it dries pretty well, like leave it for 2 days, I think at least for 48 hours. And because there are pretty big dots and it's really easy to mess them up if you like try to erase around them. So just leave it and then use your Q-tip, dip it into the water and then just clean slightly all these white lines. That's it. See you next class where we'll complete it with the double dots. Okay guys, bye bye, see you.